Hello and welcome to the second episode of Brief Departure, this podcast that bridges the gap between voters and candidates during our student election. We're here to give you an in-depth look on the candidate himself, his personal life, their visions and mission in order to reshape our college.
That's right. No slogans, no posters, no campaigning, just straight up, real and pure conversations to help you guys make an informed decision when voting for the next student council.
I'm Muiz, joined by my co-host Manjik, and this is everything that you need to know to get up to speed on Putra!
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Alright, so how do you feel right now?
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, and I'm feeling confident.
So if you
good
don't
energy, good
mind
energy.
asking, how exactly did you feel when Muiz approached you to join this podcast?
So basically, I'm very excited and I'm very surprised actually because during my MRSM or my previous school, we don't have this kind of podcast when we have the Manifesto and election for student council.
I see.
A great transition. He's talking about MRSM.
Yes.
That's what we're going to talk about. Let's start with a little background, okay?
Okay.
Can you tell about yourself and what inspired you to run for that president spot, you know?
Alright, so first of all, my name is Putra Adam bin Firoz. You may call me Putra.
Alright.
So basically, I was appointed as the president of the student council in MRSM.
I see.
So I was in this student council for 4 years, which is 3 consecutive sessions. I was the sports exco. I was also the arts and culture exco. And of course, after that, I became the president. So being in this leadership actually makes me a person that feels confident, and setiap kali saya jadi and duduk kat depan lead semua orang, saya rasa yang saya boleh buat yang terbaik dan memanfaatkan orang lain juga. So that makes me feel want to like buat lagi untuk menjayakan vision student ni lah. So in MRSM saya dah jadi president. So of course in KYUM juga saya nak try juga untuk jadi president.
Faham.
Betul.
Can you talk about like the job scope, or like can you explain briefly of how the student council in MRSM and how it differs with KYUM?
Alright, so what I observe from student council in MRSM or KYM is basically the same. We are the voice of the students. We are the medium of our teachers and the students as well. So apa-apa yang student akan bagi macam opinion ataupun suggestion kepada student council, student council yang akan deliver kepada management. So basically it's the same thing as MRSM and KYM. So apa yang saya nampak juga when KYM ada house captain, and the house captains as well also helps the student council to organize event, buat activities, sports carnival yang macam ada sekarang kan. So in MRSM, we actually prioritize the student council over the house cap. Sebab untuk MRSM, house cap kurang macam dekat KYUM. So that's the difference lah between KYUM and MRSM.
So in MRSM, you guys have a student council, which is basically a council where you guys are elected.
Yeah.
So is there any other boards like a prefectorial board where you are chosen by the teachers?
Yes, ada. So basically BKP, in MRSM we have Badan Kepimpinan Pelajar. So the number 1 is of course student council, and number 2 we have LDP, number 3 we have JPA, which is Jawatan Kawasan Asrama. LDP is basically lembaga disiplin pelajar, like pengawas, and we have PSP, we have BADA, we have like Muscom, and we have other BKPs as well.
I see.
So what point in your leadership was the most valuable experience, you would say?
Alright, so this one is a tough experience for me. My MRSM was a bully place for almost 10 years. So like when I became the president, when I was appointed as president, I implemented a policy which is you touch, you go policy. Itu didedangkan oleh Presiden Mahara itu sendiri, Dr. Ashraf Wajdi, dan dia kata polisi ni, you touch you go ni memang sangat-sangat baik.
Betul.
Di mana bila seniors ataupun mana-mana student yang menyentuh ataupun memukul juniors yang lain ataupun kawan-kawan yang lain akan dibuang serta-merta. Tak ada rayuan, tak ada apa-apa. So masa itulah sejak saya jadi presiden memang langsung tak ada kes bully. Memang kosong. So that Sebab saya rasa everyone must be treated equally. Bukan sekadar seniors ada seniority, juniors kena pijak. Sebab memang saya lalui juga selama 3-4 tahun sebelum saya jadi form 5, dan bagi saya perkara tu tak sebenarnya patut berlaku di asrama-asrama ataupun sekolah lah.
Baguslah. Follow-up question. What was the moment in your journey in KY that made you realize that I need to step up and become the president and make things better for people? When is that? When is that actually?
Okay, this is quite a tough question. So for me, when did I realize that I have to step up is actually when I see some of the students complaining that they can't voice their opinions out easily to social media or something. That we have maybe KY confessions. So KY confession is for me is like one of the main platforms that people or students use to express their opinions anonymously. So I don't think that it's a great or good platform to actually express their opinion, because of course student council is there to help you guys and to help the students to actually express their opinions real full, like with their identity, and we can help their problems on what are their opinions on. Like, we don't want their mental health to be like bad, right?
Yeah.
So for me, when I think that okay, we have to stop like KY confession, because student council is there to help you for a reason, and to actually implement this type of platform that connects student council and student, so that their voices are being heard as well.
I see. So, like, were you saying that you're going to just abandon KY confession, or are you going to like use other more main platform to file complaints?
I will use other main platforms lah, other than KY confession. But I think that sometimes KY confession is too over, like it's too exposing other people's aib like that. So if I become president, maybe I will shut down the KY confession. I don't know. So like, we need to use this student council platform like to help students' mental health, other than just blaming other people in KY confession.
I see.
Do you think KY confession is entirely bad?
It's not entirely bad, because some people may need to like express their feelings and opinions, right? So for me, it's 50-50. Ada macam like advantages, ada disadvantages as well. So maybe orang lain pendapat dia lain-lain, kan? So macam okay, advantages of this anonymous punya confession is that orang tak tahu you siapa, you boleh cakap je apa you nak. Tapi disadvantages dia, yang mangsa tu, like siapa yang attack orang tu, dia akan rasa stress lah, akan mental health akan down. So macam that's the main problem for confession yang anonymous lah actually.
Sebab dia relate jugalah dengan no bully policy yang Putra really fight for. So yeah, it's a form of cyberbully juga if you think about it. And like sewaktu like you in MRSM, what was the main thing that you learned after you become president that you want to continue in KY? Like, what was the main thing that you learned?
Okay, so for me, being a leader is not easy. Of course, you have to like hear other people's opinion. People have different perspective, people have different opinions, so you have to listen to each of their thinking and ideas. So what I want to bring from MRSM to KY is actually the teamwork of the student council itself. So what I see from my previous MRSM was the lack of like ideas and also the opinion from the student itself. So in KYUM, I need their opinions and I need their ideas to help student council and to help KYUM management as well.
Basically, like smooth out the communication.
Yeah, true.
Betul, the medium lah.
Also, like moving back to your leadership during MRSM, you said you were in the student council for 3 or 4 years?
4 years. So basically 4 years from Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5.
So during Form 2, you...
I was the Arts and Culture Exco.
So you like... you made yourself a candidate lah?
Yes.
I see. Like even from Form 2, you can already see the
Even
leadership
from
qualities.
Form 2, I was elected.
You was elected.
Sister election.
Yeah, I
I
assisted election
see.
as well.
So people
votes
voted for
lah.
you lah.
During Form 2, yeah.
Damn,
voting.
wow, even for Form 2. Bro,
Form 2.
what were we doing during Form 2?
Most of the like SBP, we are only handed the
Yeah,
position
just-
lah.
So like, okay, Form 1, I was the batch leader.
Oh,
So dia
KB
batch
ni
leader.
bos.
So dia batch leader jadi presiden. Betul. Serious.
So Form 2
serious,
pun batch
serious.
leader. So masa Form 2 lah orang start ramai macam trust trust me. So
betul.
Form 2 ada orang recommend and dapat election lawan lagi 3 or 4 other candidates for Form 2. And then Form 3 pula masuk jadi sports exco, Form 3, Form 4. And then Form 4, Form 5 dapat jadi presiden.
wow. So even Form 2 pun dah exco So how does it feel like having a jawatan at Form 2, Form 3 di mana ada ni senior in the
How do you
college?
handle
Yeah,
this?
how do you handle that?
That's a very good question actually. Sebab of course you jadi exco takkanlah nak tak boleh buat ni, tak boleh buat ni.
Betul.
Ya, mesti kita ada macam takut. Cumanya yang saya belajar daripada of course Form 2 tak boleh nak tegur senior and so on. Apa yang saya buat is actually of course saya tak boleh tegur, tapi saya akan go through the BWP seniors juga, the student council seniors juga untuk tegur diorang punya batch. Tapi saya cakap politely lah. Tak adalah macam nak marah-marah or do anything else.
Tegur berhemah lah.
Ya,
Tegur berhemah,
Betul.
betul.
Kena tengok situation.
So senior you pun sporting lah.
Betul. And then lagi satu, abang saya juga ada dekat Marathon tu. Waktu Form 4. So masa tu saya Form 2, dia Form 4. And masa tu dia juga jadi student council.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's easy because dia boleh jadi medium for seniors, saya boleh jadi medium for juniors. So kita akan collab dengan ideas, like both ideas lah, juniors and seniors.
So your brother held what position?
Presiden Bada or maybe
like-
Muskom lah.
Dia bersekolah lah. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you follow in the footsteps of your brother?
Actually, dia yang ikut saya.
So you went
so,
into student council first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saya dulu para dia. So basically, kalau tu yang MRSM, kalau sekolah rendah dulu saya penolong ketua pengawas. So saya pengawas daripada darjah 2 actually. So daripada darjah 2 sampailah Form 5 saya jadi badan pembina pelajar.
Actually,
Wow, that's a lot of experience.
So adalah pahit manis semua.
See.
But overall, it's a very good and challenging experience for me. I learned a lot, and I think that I need to continue this journey so that I can enhance my leadership skills.
Yeah. Speaking of continuing the journey, so KYUM, top college,
Betul.
the culture is vastly different. So how would you say you adapted the culture here?
Alright, so for me, I'm not a person yang bukan orang kata nak skema. So saya faham perspektif orang yang tak ikut rules, and saya faham perspektif yang orang yang ikut rules. So saya ni sebagai, InsyaAllah, if you guys vote me as a president, saya akan pastikan yang dua-dua belah ni takkan kita ada konflik. Let's say macam, okay, orang ni nak idea yang ni, orang ni nak idea yang ni.
Betul.
So saya akan make sure yang semua orang dapat apa yang diorang nak.
Try to find the best of both worlds lah.
Yeah,
Yes. Betul.
Right.
So,
student council, how did you feel applying for student council?
are there any like setbacks or like problems that you faced along the way?
Along the way for untuk jadi student council
application, like-
no. Actually I asked for, kan we have to like find 7 endorsement from seniors. So 3 of them I asked for, like the president itself, Shanche, Jordan, Talia.
And you got it?
Yeah, I got it. And 4 of them I asked for half scat. And I got it as well.
So the teachers' comment, were they positive?
Yes, they were positive. Obviously, of course, Miss Ray.
Yeah. They promote the whole class.
Actually, yeah, she
Very
promoted
supportive
the
teacher.
class. And before that, during parents and teachers meeting, she said, "Okay, Putra, I think you have to apply for student council president."
Ooh.
And then
the
I think
application
at
dah
that point,
No, not yet.
tu belum.
Not yet.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, not yet. And then dia terus cakap, Putra, I think you have to apply for president. And then actually at that point I was like, maybe I would try, because of course for A levels it's hard, right?
Yeah.
So we need to actually balance ourselves with academic, sports, and leadership. So like I was thinking, okay, should I like compete to become a president in student council. And last, I think that okay, this is a very good opportunity. Saya pernah buat benda ni. And
Betul.
saya pernah buat benda ni. It's not a new thing for me, and I think I can do it lah.
Yeah, I see. Wow. So apart from applying for the student council, so as of right now, we're already in Sem 2. So is there any other positions that you have in KYUM?
For now, no, because I am very pointing to president. Just president student council.
I see.
Sebab contoh kalau saya jadi presiden yang lain, of course saya akan macam berbelah bahagi kan. I have time for this, I have time for this. So saya memang nak fokus in student council je.
I see. So okay.
For like, how do you think your strategy is when you want to balance between academics?
Okay.
Oh wow, we want to hear
Being
that too.
a very high position lah.
Yeah, especially from someone who has a lot of experience, balancing the academics.
Mesti dah biasa kan?
Mesti dah biasa kan? Dah
Alright,
tahu kat
so,
strategi.
benda ni saya dah pernah share juga. Ada juniors daripada MRSM saya panggil juga untuk share how do you balance your time well and so on. So to be honest with you, in Form 5 I played 5 sports.
5
I
spots?
represented my MRSM in 5 sports: volleyball, badminton,
Oh,
football, ping pong, and also basketball.
Master of all trades.
So 5 sports. I was the president as well. Oh yeah, my anugerah, I was the Tokoh Murid, I was the Tokoh Kepimpinan, and also I was the Tokoh Curriculum.
High achiever.
And for the MRSM, I got a 4 flat, which is all A's. And Alhamdulillah, thank you PMB, I'm a PMB scholar right now lah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Talking a little bit about yourself. As you all know that everyone is not perfect, right? What do you think is your main weakness?
Okay. Main weakness. Of course, maybe people will say that my answer is cliche, but my main weakness is actually I don't know how to stop.
Okay.
So
Explain,
what I mean by that is, of course, mesti. Alright, jap. Before that, how do you balance your time, right? Okay, saya akan masukkan dengan jawapan ni. So before that, I balance my time well. Actually, saya ada jadual sendiri. Apa yang, okay, contoh macam Isnin buat apa, Jumaat buat apa, and so on. Saya ada time saya untuk student council, saya ada time saya untuk study, saya ada time saya untuk sports. So basically, the time management is important. Dan apa yang weakness saya macam saya cakap, saya tak pernah stop. So, penat mana pun saya akan terus go and saya akan terus all out untuk jadikan benda tu. Sebab I don't like to procrastinate. Saya tak suka lambat-lambatkan benda sebab once you lambatkan benda, takkan jadi.
Betul.
Betul.
Kita dah hampir banyak kali kan.
Biasalah.
Benda tu bagi saya, of course, time management is important, and my main weakness is actually I don't know how to stop when I'm tired.
So itu boleh affect dia punya health juga kan, Lilian, kalau betul-betul push kan. Tapi I hope that you find the balance lah.
Yeah, hopefully. So speaking of,
Didaf.
not yet. Just one more question. So we all know that a lot of people try to manage their time and balance it, and everyone has a strategy of themselves. But I don't think just a small proportion of people have the discipline to do so. So what exactly motivates you to have the discipline that you have?
Yeah. Discipline.
Okay, actually my main motivation is actually my parents lah for discipline. Because for me, my parents taught me well. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to clubs. Inshallah, Alhamdulillah, I pray 5 times a day. And this discipline actually is not from me. It's actually from my parents as well. And as I said, they taught me well. And of course, everything I do, I think of them. So this vision is like menguatkan diri saya untuk jadi lagi disiplin and become an example for
I
others.
see. It's very inspiring. So, manifesto?
A bit lah.
A bit lah.
Alright, so can you give a brief explanation or overview of your manifesto lah? So people can like see what's going on in the Manifesto Night later.
Saya akan I'll explain just a bit for my manifestos because you guys have to wait for Manifesto Night. So one of it is actually I want to implement a program, or not a program, it's actually a platform where it's called monthly student platform.
Okay.
It's essentially, okay, what I noticed is of course, I said that students cannot express their ideas or maybe opinions well. Maybe we have this Google form anonymously, but I don't think that students are using that as much as I think we should do. So this platform, sama ada IG or Telegram or WhatsApp, anything, students can express their opinions or anything that they do inside the platform.
Okay.
So apa-apa je boleh masukkan dalam tu. Okay. So second, you know depan villa tu ada macam padang kecil kan?
Ya, ya.
Ada ruang kan?
Okay,
Yup,
so,
yup.
okay.
Yes, yang
Men's
tu bagi
cooking.
saya, okay. Saya duduk apartment. So kadang-kadang saya jalan depan villa tu, okay. Ini macam kosong. We have to do something here. So what I want to do is actually I want to implement a multi-purpose court kat situ.
Okay.
Kat tengah-tengah. So at night we don't have any activities. You tak tahu you nak tempat lepak kat mana. Yes. Kat situ nak tempat lepak boleh. Main futsal, main netball. At night we have to like pasang spotlight, but I know it's very costly. So I think I can manage this well and
Big
I
project.
can plan
Yeah, that's a
with
big,
KYI.
big
This is a big
investment.
project. And the third one is an educational program or education trip. So of course we know that Petronas ada pergi trip lah.
Yup.
Field trip.
Yup.
Later this week kan?
Lucy.
This week. So macam PNB maybe pergi PNB 118, Petronas pergi sana. So apa jadi dekat private students ni? Diorang tak pergi mana-mana, betul tak?
Betul.
So itulah I will like ask for Bank Negara or maybe Petronas, PNB to like include these private students as well in my education trip.
Faham?
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I would love to know more.
Yes.
But we don't want to overshadow
I
the
want to
Manifesto
explain
Night.
this
True.
on Manifesto Night.
Yeah.
So
I
stay
see.
tuned.
So before we wrap up, I think this is the perfect chance for you to speak directly to the voters.
Go
So
on.
Alright.
Speak to
take up the
voters.
stage.
So remember, when you guys are voting, you guys are not just choosing a leader. Well, you guys are choosing a vision to improve the KYUEM's management, to improve the KYUEM's reputation, and also the academic excellence of KYUM. So please vote me as your next president of Student Council, as I will not let you down. I am very experienced in the leadership skills, and of course, for 10 consecutive years, or maybe 11 years, I am in this leadership position. And I think that I can do better for you guys, and I could do best. I will not let you down. And of course, please vote Putra for the next president of Student Council KYEM.
Alright.
Alright. That's a good statement. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Alright. That's a wrap for today's episode.
Kamera sini bang.
Oh,
Hai. Okay.
Sorry. Lampu?
Lampu buka.
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 Sini.
Hai. Okay. Thank you crew.
Sangat baik, kru.
Baik crew.
Alright.
So-
Gua nampak. That's a wrap for today's episode of Brief Departure. And thank you, Putra, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And to all our listeners, your vote matters.
Yeah. And as he said, you're not only choosing a leader, you're choosing a vision and you're choosing the future of KOEM. So make sure you drop by the GH during Manifesto Night and hear every single vision that they have to offer.
Stay tuned for next episode because we sit down and we will hear other candidates that you're going to be excited as well. Until then, Brief Departure signing off.
Goodbye.
Seragam boss.
Alright.